After the declaration of CIGOFA 4 International Conference here in Arusha, Tanzania, I have an interview with representative from ILC Africa, Moise Mbimbe. Welcome and tell me your role in ILC.
Thank you. I'm Moise Mbimbe, as you rightly said. I'm the Acting Senior Programs Officer of the International Land Coalition Office in Africa.
Why ILC is supporting CIGOFAs, and now we are talking CIGOFA 4?
Yes, supporting CIGOFA is part of our agenda of shifting power to those people who live on and from the land. And we pay special attention to some constituencies like indigenous peoples, farmers, pastoralists, women, and then youth. So it's to supporting CIGOFA is our way to contributing to making sure that land governance policies and practices are more and more inclusive to young people. It's a way to ensure that young people can be part of the decision-making processes as far as land governance is concerned in the region.
No one left behind.
No one should be left behind, and especially young people who are the majority of the population in Africa, whose livelihoods strongly depend on their access to land and natural resources overall. So no one should be left behind. No young people should be left behind. No policy that is not inclusive, that is not youth sensitive, should be considered. So there should be the young people's voices should be heard, so that decision makers are enabled to take decisions to develop, enact, and implement policies that are youth-friendly, policies that foster young people's access and control over land. Their natural resources, their livelihoods depend on this access and this control over land. You know, agriculture, if I could take an example, is one of the main activities carried out in the region. But to be able to carry out agriculture, you need to access land. Agriculture is on land. To be able to feed yourself, you have to cultivate, and to be able to cultivate, you need to have access and security over land and related resources. So supporting CIGOFA is part of this agenda of making sure land rights of young people are more and more secured. Yes, another thing that made the conference a success is the issues that have been discussed. We have been able to discuss very pertinent issues like the issue of social norms, because it's not all about influencing policies, but it's also about influencing practices on the ground. So discussing social norms and how we can promote youth-friendly social norms on the ground with traditional laws has been very interesting, relevant. Other issues like climate change have been relevant to discuss, because nowadays you can discuss the issue of issues of land rights and climate change separately. They are related, and if you want local communities and indigenous people to make impact in this field, as they have always been doing, we need to take into consideration their land rights. We need to secure their land rights. So discussing those issues, discussing issues of conflicts has been very important, because in so many countries in the region, young people's land rights are jeopardized due to conflicts. So data generation, you cannot influence policies, you cannot inform policy processes without producing knowledge on the state of play. So it has been important to discuss those issues and many others, like the uptake of the policies and legal frameworks that are existing. So there are legal frameworks, but how are they implemented? How do people on the ground take ownership of those instruments so that they can influence their livelihoods on a daily basis. So yeah, the topics were very relevant and really spoke to the situation in Africa.
So, what next after this CIGOFA 4?
Yes. So there are a number of recommendations that have been adopted by the young people who participated, and some of those recommendations target partners like the International Land Coalition. So there are a series of actions that we're going to take as a follow-up to this CIGOFA. One of them is that we are going to continue our support to the Youth and Land Multi-Stakeholder Platform in Africa, which is hosted by YILA, and that brings together a wide range of young people who are willing to influence the land governance agenda in the region. So we are going to continue supporting that platform financially and technically, to make sure that young people's voices are heard, to make sure that on the ground young people are able to sustainably manage their land, to use the land the way they want to use it, the way that can provide them with opportunities to secure their livelihoods. So that is one of the things that we'll be doing. We will also be ensuring that the multi-stakeholder approach is kept, because in our operating model we believe a lot in the strength of collaborating approaches, and that's why we we always try to bring on board as many CSOs as possible, as many people's organizations as possible, but also as many partners as possible, because ourselves alone we cannot do everything that is needed for young people. But if we put our hands together, we can do a lot. We can achieve a lot. We can achieve numerous results, and we will be ensuring that we bring as many partners as possible on board to be able to support the Youth and Land Multi-Stakeholder Platform, which is a baby of CIGOFA, no? That has been created during the CIGOFA 3 in Dakar. So this platform should be sustainable, should be made sustainable, and for it to be sustainable, we need partners to come on board, and hopefully we be presenting relevant results during the CIGOFA 5.
I appreciate it, Moise. But in a short sentence, how do you find the conference?
Yeah, in a short sentence, the conference has been a success. Yeah, the conference has been a success because it has brought together a wide range of stakeholders. And here again, we are in the spirit of dialogue. We saw traditional rulers coming and sharing their experiences, collecting feedback from young people. We saw donors, we saw leaders on the ground, NGOs, people's organizations. By people organization, I mean women organizations, pastoralist organizations, and so on. So we had this collaborative approach, and I hope now that we won't stop the momentum. We keep the momentum going, so that during the fifth edition of the CIGOFA, we'll be able to showcase relevant results that emerged, from this CIGOFA. So, yeah, overall, it was a success, and we are happy to have contributed.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.